In 1929, Wall Street epitomized unshakable prosperity, with the Dow Jones peaking at 381. Art Deco skyscrapers symbolized technological optimism, yet wealth was concentrated. The top 1% held 40% of assets. Consumer debt soared to $7 billion as margin buying fueled speculation. This glittering facade masked fundamental weaknesses: agricultural overproduction and stagnant wages. The Roaring '20s were built on credit, not concrete economic foundations. October 24, 1929, Black Thursday saw 12.9 million shares traded as panic selling began. By November, $30 billion in wealth vanished. Unemployment jumped to 3.2%. Visual cues of collapse emerged: boarded storefronts with bankrupt signs juxtaposed against luxury shops. Crumpled stock certificates littered gutters. Beneath the economic data, human desperation surfaced. Beggars multiplied near opulent buildings, a stark indicator of wealth disparity. By 1932, unemployment reached 24% nationally. Soup kitchens served 12 million daily. This scene captures the scale: queues stretching blocks, steam rising from communal cauldrons. Children showed signs of malnutrition. Rickets cases increased 400%. Charities like the Salvation Army operated 1,833 feeding stations. The breadline became the era's symbol, orderly yet despairing, embodying collective helplessness against systemic failure. With 50% of children in industrial cities malnourished, survival required ingenuity. Scavenging became commonplace. People salvaged coal from railroad tracks, repurposed scrap metal, and foraged food waste. In New York, dump hunters competed with stray dogs for scraps. This reflected resourcefulness amid crisis. A 1928 study showed 80% of families altered diets drastically. The discarded toolbox symbolizes lost livelihoods repurposed for survival. Industrial production plummeted 47% between 1929 to 1932. Auto manufacturing fell 65%. This scene visualizes the collapse: abandoned factories with shattered windows, foreclosure notices fluttering on chain-link fences. Rust consumed idle machinery, symbolizing 34% unemployment in manufacturing hubs like Detroit. The shift to service economies began here, as skilled laborers faced permanent obsolescence in the new economic reality. Despite economic collapse, coal demand persisted for heating, but at human cost. Miners faced deadly conditions: 1,000+ annual fatalities nationwide, black lung disease, and 12-hour shifts for $1.50 a day. Production dropped 27%, yet safety regulations lagged. This scene highlights their invisible sacrifice: men descending into pitch-black shafts, where methane explosions and collapses were constant threats in non-unionized pits. Mining accidents killed 2,000 men annually. This domestic scene reveals the aftermath: a widow clutching a Western Union telegram announcing her husband's death. With no social security, 60% of such families faced immediate destitution. The cold fireplace symbolizes lost warmth and security. Children's malnutrition worsened. Studies showed 40% weight deficiency among mining families. Female-headed households became the poorest demographic. The winter of 1932-33 was historically brutal, with temperatures plunging to -50 degrees Fahrenheit in Midwest. Heating became life or death. Coal shortages forced families to burn furniture. Urban icicles symbolized frozen pipes cutting water access. In Chicago, frostbite cases increased 300%. This scene captures the physical struggle: a man chipping ice from a communal pump, a daily 2-hour task for many, highlighting infrastructure failure amid crisis. Amidst despair, solidarity emerged. Heat clubs formed where neighbors shared single stoves. Mutual aid societies distributed 75% of relief before 1933. This scene shows resilience: families huddling around a tiny coal stove, exchanging survival tips, like using newspaper as insulation. Such micro-communities sustained morale. Studies found suicide rates dropped in tight-knit neighborhoods despite economic freefall. March 1933, Roosevelt's inauguration coincided with the first thaw. Yet recovery remained distant. Unemployment stayed above 20% until 1935. This final scene embodies fragile hope. Footprints in melting snow lead toward distant factories still silent. The sprout symbolizes nature's resilience, but also human tenacity. Economists note the Depression permanently altered psychology. A generation embraced frugality, distrusting banks for decades.